Nice.
5 versus 5? What kind of sicko is running this rumble? Hey, is there a doctor on hand? Ask it for my opponents. Wait, hold up. Are we getting paid for this?
Hey guys, welcome back. We are playing Sett in the top lane. He's a bruiser, known to be a very safe pick in the top lane because he does well into a lot of different matchups. So when you don't know who the enemy top lane is going to be, then it's really good to have Sett in your champion pool. His passive, he alternates between a left and a right punch. The right punch comes out a lot faster, and it also deals more damage. So take your Yeagerlol 1 here, guys, and the reason you do that is because it's your hard CC ability, allows you to go for some really strong early game trades. Sett is really OP level 1 just because of that alone. And then the other part of your passive is similar to Garen's in that you have just health regen. So if you take Doran's shield too, which you can, then you're gonna regen back a lot of HP. So just stay between the minions and the enemy champion, and then if you make sure that there's at least one target, behind and in front when you use that E, it is going to stun the target. It's going to like pull people in, and then it will only stun if there's one person on each side. So not sure what this Garen was doing. But we're playing with Ignite because that gives us extra kill pressure. That is what you want in the top lane. Since they nerfed teleport, then this has been a very strong option. Then we have the Q, which works as an auto attack reset. That also gives you 2 empowered auto attacks that deals a lot of bonus damage. And it's always going to reset your alternating punches, so it will always start with the left punch first when you use your Q. It also gives you some bonus movement speed towards the enemy champion. And when you take some damage, then you will see this bar below your HP stacking up. And what that does is that when you then press your W, you're going to get a shield equal to the amount of damage you have received. And then you also deal more damage equal to, again, the damage you have received. And if you hit people in the center of this W, it is going to deal true damage. So Sett is actually a pretty good pick into tanks, especially because he has some maximum health damage on the Q. And then his ultimate also deals a lot of damage because it's a suppression ability. Unfortunately, I actually trolled this one. I should have made sure there was a minion behind because that is the reason my E did not stun him. But we can just keep the wave here. It's fine to tank a little bit of damage because you have the health regen on the passive, so you're gonna heal it back up. I also had the second wind. Going for that fight. So when you trade, make sure you have your E up, and then use 2 quick auto attacks, and then you immediately reset the second auto attack with your Q. And just like that, you want to make sure you hit people in the center of that W because that is true damage, so it's going to ignore armor and stuff. Just gonna slow push this out. It is way too late to freeze it. You can like walk up aggressor here, just stand like this, and then you can just zone the enemy player completely away. If he walks up trying to farm, you're just gonna E him, try to get the stun off, which you do by making sure there's a target on both sides. Otherwise it will only drag people in, but it will not stun. Right, I think I could have gotten the kill if I hit him in the center, but it's a skill shot, so it can be pretty difficult to land. We saw that bar stacking up, and when we go into Super Saiyan, that's why you deal a ton of damage with that W, and also when you get a massive shield. The Sensei are coming topside. Mid laner is speedrunning it. That's always nice to see. I'm gonna place a ward here in case he decides to gank. I have my Ignite up now. It's Garen, like he's pretty hard to punish just because of how safe he is, and even if he messes up, he also has that sustain in his passive, similar to Sett, so he's gonna heal back up. Now we got the ultimate up, so it's a suppression ability. So you're going to pick up an enemy champion and then knock him down, and you're going to deal AoE damage when you come back down, and it's going to deal bonus damage based on the target's health. So if you manage to pick up a tank like a Cho'Gath and knock him into the squishy targets on that team, it can actually end up one-shotting them. So that's also another reason why Sett is so good into tanks. I'm just keeping his passive down. When you trade, make sure that you have your W up, because otherwise something like a Garen could actually kill me right now when he has his ult up. So if you don't have your W up, then you become a lot less tanky. I'm just gonna keep doing the same thing, is that stay between the enemy champion and the minion wave. That's how you zone them away, and if they come up to farm, you just eat them.
An enemy has been slain.
So they're gonna lose out no matter what they do. This is how you want to play top lane in general, when you have a stronger matchup. Also, your Q does give you some bonus movement speed towards an enemy champion, so you can use that to like gap close with. There we go, we hit him in the center. We can actually look for the tower dive right now, but we need to make sure that we finish him off with one combo. Otherwise, he's going to silence and then kill us, and then we just end up trading 1 for 1. He's staying really far back. He's staying really far back. The Sin Sao might also be coming soon. I do have Ignite up. Okay, did not need to use the ultimate, that's nice. So 2 auto attacks, then immediately use the Q afterwards. Because it's always going to reset the passive, so no matter when you use your Q, it will always start with the left punch first, even though the right punch is the one you want when you fight and stuff, because it deals the most damage. It also gives you bonus attack range, and it comes out a lot faster. You can also use the W for wave clear, but do be careful when doing that, because then you don't have that super important defensive ability. So I'm just gonna back off here. Got the plates, that's all we wanted to do. So bot lane, mid lane is on a speedrunning mission. But now we have the Hullbreaker, so you don't have to buy it. But I do like to get it on set because it makes your split pushing a lot stronger. You can often go for these 1 versus 2s and so on. This item is actually so cost effective the later the game goes. So definitely think you should be getting this on those split pushing bruisers if they don't have any super important items they need to get first. I want to be split pushing as much as possible, honestly, because like we have a decent team fighting, but because they are so ahead, I think they will just run us down. So if I split push, then I might be able to pressure that way. I don't think we can catch him. He should not be playing around me right now, because I'm already winning and I don't need his help. Ult? Ult out? Okay, nice. If he flashes, I'm gonna follow up. So he has the Herald. We can take down the tower. He probably wants to take down the top tower. Also guys, because it is so easy to dodge your W, right? What you want to do is that when you use that ultimate and knock somebody down, then follow it up with your E. So unfortunate. But that's a really nice one. That's also something you can do. The W flash. And this, you have to be really good at predicting stuff. Like if you know the opponent is going to flash away, then you can do that as well. And you're going to lock them down. And that's why we were able to get the kill on the Sin Sao. Not only that, also because we had the Hullbreaker. Like that made us so much tankier as well. Now I got the ultimate out from the Garen, so just going to keep pushing. Okay, that's a really fat Draven. Sin Sao might be coming top again. AD carry dead. Ooh la la, okay, that's a lot of fighting going on. Way too much fighting. Just sitting in the center. Since I was probably looking for another gang topside, but I just want to push it out and then reset. Because I have to carry this. That's the only way we win. I have double tenacity because they have a lot of CC. We have legend tenacity and then we also have unflinching, and that allows us to go for armor boots without having to opt into mercs. The next item we have armor boots too, because they have Fed Raven, they have 80 jungle, 80 top. So that's the best you can buy most of the time. Ooh, okay, healing down, not bad. Why does Leona have heal? Question mark. When you have Hullbreaker, you don't want to be grouped most of the time, because that's gonna really mess it up. Like, you don't get a lot of the useful stats if you group up. So you have to focus a lot on split pushing no matter what happens. If you think you'll end up team fighting a lot, then don't buy the Hullbreaker. It's gonna be a waste of gold. But this game I have to carry by split pushing, so that has to be the option. But like, try to combine your W with your E, guys, because if you get the stun on that E, then it's a lot easier to hit your W as well, without them being able to dodge it. If you're playing against some super high mobile champion, then definitely make sure to do that. This guy's so tanky though because of his W. But we have Ignite, so we're even stronger in 1 versus 2 than we would otherwise be if we had Teleport. So the ideal way to use that ultimate is that you want to pick up the tankiest target on that team and then knock them into the carries. That's gonna burst them down, like that's gonna absolutely shred them to pieces. That is Viego's ganging bot. Nice, got the Draven, that's what we like to see. I'm just gonna keep pressuring here. Because we have the buffed up minion. This is the power of the split pushing. Got a free W. Still need to be careful of the enemy jungler. It's gonna take him a while to clear out this minion here. I'm saving my W because I see the Syndra moving up. Like, she went up this way here. So they might actually be looking for a 3-man. Now she's back. You just keep pressuring like this in the side lane when you have Hullbreaker. You can also teamfight with Sett, like his ultimate actually makes him a pretty good team fighter. But when it's down, it's like a Darius, like completely useless. It all depends on how you're able to use your ultimate. I'm gonna keep pressuring. Actually, the rip-up's up. We're gonna take this away before the Sinsao comes. Oh, you do not want to contest this, my guy. Just gonna keep pressuring, and now the cannon wave is coming up. That is what we want. It can feel a bit awkward playing Sett without any attack speed. If you used to play the Triforce Sett or the Blade of the Ruined King, that of course makes your auto attacks a lot smoother. But this is like a more viable build where it's good into every single champion, team composition, and so on. This is like a build that you can use every single game. And it makes you really tanky as well, so you can go for those 1 versus 2s. Oh, we have Syndra coming up. Nice! Hullbreaker, the power of the Hullbreaker, really OP. Sitting on a lot of gold as well, so just have to peace out. But see, like, if you manage to get into melee range of a squishy target and you have your ultimate up, you're just gonna straight up nuke them down. Also, it makes you unstoppable, right? So if you time it when you're about to get stunned, right before it happens, then you're gonna cancel out the stun. Alright, let's go for the gold ringer. And then I like to get the Titanic. You can also get the Xerax Gauge. Titanic gives you that AoE damage, so you can push out waves a lot faster. So keep split pushing, that is how you make use of this Hull Breaker. Already 800 damage to the tower, so that's awesome. And just by split pushing this much, you force people to come top to defend against you, and that is automatically going to give your team a big advantage. They can go for the dragon, they can go for a baron, they can also go for the towers. They have a lot of options.
Double kill.
Nice, finally they are starting to do well after doing a massive speed run in the early game. Gold ring is also really nice, AoE damage, also heal, a wave clear. The other option would be the stride breaker, that's like to get a better engage, but then you lose the sustain. A really good tower taking potential as well because we have the Hull Breaker, so just want to keep doing this, guys, just pressure as much as possible. I'm trying to like line the Leona up so I can like alter into the Garen. They cannot do anything. Look at how tanky I am. Okay, that's a bit too much. The entire team was here. I knew I was dead right here, but yeah. That's a bit unlucky. So I did not have the flash up because otherwise I could like flash and then knock people into each other. Because then I might have been able to turn it around, but they're kind of split around, you know. That's what you want to do when you play against a Sett who has his ultimate up. Like, you don't want to be stacked up. They were like split in all different directions, so I was not able to find a good ultimate. But yeah, that's what they had to do. They had to send 5 people in order to deal with me. So when they keep doing that, they automatically gonna lose a lot of stuff on the map. So that's how my teammates get back into the game. We just keep pushing, do the same thing over. I can go bot now. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna play for the Drake and then I split push bot side. Because I already got everything there is to get top. We can go for a team fight. Hull Breaker, not effective, but only because it's the Drake. That's why I'm grouping right now. Otherwise I would not. Garen's gonna get the tower, but I don't care. I could not care less, because I can face tank a lot of stuff right now. I'm really tanky. Oh, I did not want to use my W. Oh my god, I trolled. I accidentally clicked my W. I don't know why. I did that, but yeah, it's fine. So you see, like in teamfights, you try to like line people up. In teamfights, it's especially important that that ultimate, like you knock a tanky target into your, or into their squishy targets. That's what matters the most in the teamfight. So make sure that you do that. In this case, there'll be like the Garen into the Draven, Syndra, or the Leona. Anyone, as long as you make sure that you hit the squishy targets with the ults. I'm gonna go back to split pushing really soon, just making sure that this tower is taking the herald damage. That's nice. Need a bit more gold for this one. So I want to be topside. I have Ignite, right? So I don't have the best split pushing. That's the problem with Ignite. Oh my god, that's 1 HP. Come on, that is so unlucky. But she's out now, so I'm just gonna keep split pushing. There's a Garen with Hull Breaker too. Difference is that he cannot match me. I don't want to ult this guy. Unless there's somebody else I can get at the same time, because I think it's waste to use it on the Garen alone. So I got the Syndra too because I knocked him into the Syndra, and that is how you play Sett guys, so I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching and see you all next time.